Howdy everyone, Polcho here with an Age of Magic video, and in today's video we're going to be versing the original Dark Elves team with the new Dark Elves team using Llael, the little Dark Prodigy, who's proving to be quite useful. She has increased the use of the Dark Elves a tiny bit. Are they good enough that you want to go out of your way to farm them? They're no Archons still, but she has boosted them a tiny bit. Now I have tested this battle 20 times. We 3-start at 90% of the time, 2-start at 5% of the time, and we 0-start at 5% of the time. This battle goes one of 3 ways. I am going to show you 2 versions of the battle in this video. One of the versions is a bit of a delay to your victory. You still win pretty easily. The second version, I will explain in the battle, is at the very start. If the enemy Naja fortifies your Lokia debuffs, it's a fight uphill. You can still win, absolutely. I have won 3-star, 2-star, and I did lose once. So it is possible to win, but that's where the real bad RNG comes into the fight, and you're uphill from there. And the third situation that can happen, which happens most of the time, actually it's probably tied with the first situation, is it's a perfect fight. Literally a perfect fight. You know you're going to win it, 3 stars, full HP within the first 15 seconds of the battle. So I'll show you that situation as well. It's a fun team, good to use. This was brought to me by Balrog. He suggested it and I tested it, and I think I've perfected it, but I'll double check with him. If he has another way of using the team, I'll definitely make another video. But I won't take any more of your time. We'll get into the battle. I'll show you what you need to do and how to win. So I'm going to be able to tell you the situation we're in off the bat. So you're going to go ahead and use the same setup at the start every time. Maelstrom of Death. That is your first ability. You're going to go ahead and cast the Gaze of Ishtar on the enemy Naja. Beautiful. You just want to lather her up in those debuffs. Okay, she's a piece of chicken meat. You're just marinating her in all your juicy sauces. Okay, she's pretty juiced up right now. Beautiful. Now, normally you would follow up with her first special ability. We're going to go Touch of Ishtar though and just whip her. Beautiful. I think this is the perfect situation fight, okay? You're going to go follow up with Palsy. Always, same situation. Palsy, and you just take her out. This is Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. This is the perfect bowl of porridge. Add some honey to it, and you're set up. You know you've 3-starred this. This is the perfect fight for you. You don't need to put any more effort into this fight. You just drizzle this honey on top. You're good to go, okay? So what you're going to do from here is select Royna and just press auto. You're going to manually select your targets, but you're just going to auto. Royna, Lokia, Drake, and Azariel. And while that's happening, I'm just going to have a little bit of this honey. Delicious. Just so good. I love honey. One of my most favorite... It's not food. One of my favorite things to eat, honey. I would literally just drink it out of the bottle. It would be good if I actually selected Royna. I was distracted by the honey. But it doesn't matter. Literally, I don't think anything could go wrong in this battle. So, just a bit of honey on my beard there. Just when you guys are ready. Probably put it up to 4 times speed there. There you go, they take out, and then you move on to Lokia, take him out as well. Move on to Drake. You're just going to 3-star, full HP, not a worry in the world. There you go. Oh, that honey's good. That's Australian bush honey, by the way. I don't know if you can see it. Bush honey. Australia. Red River box. So yeah, 3-star. Perfect. Nothing to worry about. If that happens at the beginning of your fight, where you take out that Naja, you're set. The reason you take out Naja as well is because if she can't hide from enemies and you use Palsy, Palsy removes the buffs from enemies that cannot hide. So because she strikes 3 times with Palsy, 1, 2, triggers the Azariel passive, and on the 3rd strike, she removes the passive and kills her. Beautiful setup. Now I'll move on to the second situation where the battle is a bit longer, but you're still going to 3-star it. Okay, so second situation is if you don't kill the Naja off the bat. So we're going to use Maelstrom of Death, exact same setup, you're going to use the Gaze of Ishtar, Touch of Ishtar, and you're going to use Palsy, and it's just not going to be enough to kill her. The second strike doesn't trigger the mark, the third strike does, so it doesn't remove it. The same situation though, you're going to use your Shadow Pact next. Our main target is Naja. We need to take Naja out. So we are going to cast Acid Fog now. And then we're going to use our Red Shadow. The reason for this is because we want to try and trigger Azariel's passive where we can attack twice and take away 2 stacks of the enemy Azariel passive. So Red Shadow works, beautiful. We can attack twice, get the stack down to 5. Beautiful. Naja is going to heal a bit of HP back. Now we are just going to auto attack because we want to get rid of the stacks, and we take her out. Beautiful. You just keep attacking her until you take her out. And it's the same situation as the first battle. Once she is dead, you just select Roina and press auto, and the battle takes care of itself. Now, the third situation, which is a real struggle, is at the beginning of the fight, if you use Maelstrom of Death, I think it's called Maelstrom of something, and the enemy Naja fortifies the debuffs. That is when you're on Struggle Street. I don't know if there's a secure way of winning the fight. If that happens, I will test it more. If I can find a way, I will let you guys know definitely, because if there's a way that you can secure the win with the Naja fortifying the debuffs, then this is probably one of the safest teams to use when versing the Dark Elves. Now, with the use of this is really important. I know everyone's going to be watching this, but if you do watch this, please let people know. If now in tournaments you go up against the Dark Elves and the enemy Dark Elf team does have Llael on it and Lokia, I'm not sure if it can be Roina or Lokia. If you see a Llael on it though, your kobolds are most likely not going to win the fight. So if you're in tournament and you're trying to get those easy 3-star wins with your kobold team, do not fight Dark Elves with them if you see a Llael. From what I've seen, kobolds don't work anymore. If it's your old school Dark Elves team, the one that everything can beat, by all means go ahead. But Llael has made it a bit more difficult for those less meta variants of teams to win. But yeah, that's the situation. I will try and work on a tactic if the Naja fortifies the debuffs. If the Naja does fortify the debuffs at the moment, I still suggest trying to take out Naja and then working your way up from there. Otherwise, it's a really difficult fight. I wish I could show you. I did try to record it. However, to be honest, getting a situation where the Naja fortifies the debuffs is actually pretty rare. I think I recorded 7 or 8 times before it actually happened. And by then I had to change the whole video because I noticed something that I didn't mention the first time. So I don't want to go through the pain of recording all that again. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If you do have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I will answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you are in the world, until next time, please take care of yourself.